Yeah, I'll start off. I think, we did what we had to do in the passing game. The defense came out and did a lot of different kind of looks. We expected them to come out of that, but they just pulled a lot at us, a lot of pressures, a lot of, stress on the offensive line. And so we just, I think, did a really good job in protecting the football, getting the ball where it needed to be and making the plays when it needed to be needed. And, that's, I think, all that matters is just getting the win, no matter what the stats look like, passing game, whatever it is. We made the plays that needed to be made in the moment. And I think that's what can be brought out about the pass game in this game.
Yeah, like just going off what Rock said, I think just being on the same page was a big thing for these past few weeks that we've been in there, just practicing, going through, watching extra film, watching extra things that we need to be focused on, and just doing our 111, like making sure that if my job is to catch this ball, take a hit, and get this first down just to keep the drive going, then that's my job. And, taking that next step to just be like, accept your role and accept the fact that you're doing what's better for the team. And I think we've all just bought into that. So definitely proud of everybody.
Rocco, I guess what are your thoughts on the season as a whole? Obviously, you got the bowl game left, but to finish the regular season 8-4.
Yeah, season's really special. We're going to look back at the season, and there's a lot of highs, there's a lot of lows, but, man, I'm super proud of this team because, it's really hard to go through a 4-game losing streak and come back and win 3 games in a row. And I think with a team that has a bunch of injuries on it, we're dealing with a lot of stuff. And for the guys that continue to come to the facility and want to work and want to get better, that shows a lot about the people that we have here in this program. And, it's not going to stop there. We're going to continue to win. And I have no doubt that when we go to this bowl game, everybody's going to be ready for that game because we want to get that 9th win. I think we would be the 4th team in Iowa State history to have 9 wins in a season. And it feels like the outside world makes us feel like we have 5 wins. And so I think for us to stay in the facility, for us to focus on each other and know how special this season has been for us during the ups and downs is something that we're going to look back on for a while.
The downs, I guess, for you guys as an offense, for you personally, how hard were those to pull out of?
Yeah, honestly, it was really hard. There's a dark spot that I felt like I went into in that 4-game losing streak that mentally that I didn't think I was going to get out of. And luckily I had a lot of people by my side, a lot of people that family and friends that I was able to talk to over that span. And, my teammates keep having my back, not giving up on me. And that meant a lot to me. And I was able to come out of it really to have that win against TCU really, I think, brought me back. And, it was super special to get that win. And, I'm going to learn from all those times that we did have those downs and what I can do better and mentally how I can get better in the future and if that ever happens again. But man, think about where we were and where I was to come out and end the year 3 games, winning 3 games. It's pretty special.
Now that the regular season's over, can you tell us a little bit about what kind of injuries you were dealing with?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I've been dealing with, but I'll save that for the bowl game.
All right, I was trying to get that started. Chase, what was for you guys, what Rocco touched there about for your offense to come back after those 4 games? How difficult was it?
Yeah, I mean, just like Rocco said, I think it was hard for us to kind of find our identity again, just finding what we were doing wrong and what we needed to get corrected. And I was more proud of how everybody responded to it, like everybody being so curious to come back and find what they can do better to help the team win and find what their role can be to help the team win. And it was just guys, buying into their process and buying into their 111 like I was just talking about and, taking that and building on that and just building on that every week. And I think guys have found their process, have found their kind of role on the team, and some guys are elevating on the team. I mean, Aiden Flora was one of the guys at the beginning of the year that, he would do little things for us, like return and stuff like that. And then you get him now, and at the end of the season, he's one of our game changers. So, I mean, just watching guys grow like that, even myself, just being around guys like Rocco, guys like, Tyler Miller, James Neal that have been in the program, just been helping me a lot. So, definitely proud of everybody.
Rocco, what does it say about the offense that you guys would go for it on a 4th and 1 from you in the season?
Yeah, it shows you who Mouse is. It shows you the kind of person that he is, the trust that he has in us. And, man, that's a staple play for us, a QB sneak. And it's usually worked out for us in the past, and we were expecting it to work out there, and it did.
Was any part of you surprised when you heard you were going for it?
Not really, not with Mouse. We've been in so many other scenarios, but when I hear Nike, I know that we're probably going to get it. It's such a high percentage play for us, and we execute it really well. So I like the decision by Mouse, and I'm going to continue to stand by that.
Matt was in here talking a little bit about just the next month being sorting through, if guys are staying or not. What's that like for players? Maybe not your individual decisions, but just as a group, not really knowing, what the team's going to look like in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I feel like that's everywhere. It's not just us, and a lot of this is the time of year where guys start to leave, guys want to stay, guys are talking about how much money they want to make, and I think that part of the season it's irrelevant to us in this program. And if you want to leave, you can leave, but if you want to stay, you're going to stay, and we're going to keep winning games with what we got. And that's how Coach Campbell has done it in the past, and that's how he's going to continue to do it. And there's probably no changing that, and he's been successful at it. And so I think winning 11 games last year, 9 games this year, whoever leaves stays. We're going to play with whoever's on this team coming here in the next month in this bowl game, and we're going to go out there and do our best in that game.
When do you, Rocco, have to start thinking about that for yourself?
I'm not thinking about it right now at all. I'm here for this team. There's no reason to think about it. We just won 9 games. There's a lot of teams out there that can't win 9 games, can't be consistent in back-to-back years when we've won 11 and then 9, going to win 9, in my opinion. And so, that's super special. And there's not a lot of teams, like I said, have done that. And so that's not even on my mind.